All right, and we are live here for game two, semifinal game two of the night between number one Farmers Insurance and number 4 Campy's Pizza. A matchup that will decide who will play in Thursday's championship game against B Graphics, and we got B Graphics head coach Timmy Tyree here. Big win, and now you're making your broadcasting debut, Tim.
Thanks for having me, Jose. It was a spectacular game. If you missed it, man, make sure you watch the playback. Again, hats off to Coach Loftus and his group on the game played. Tremendous game by Braden Reynolds and my squad to come through late and just play.
Yeah, I mean,
of basketball.
You guys finished the game on an 11-0 run in the last 37 seconds. I mean, all scored by your two guys. You said it time and time again how much Rodney Gallagher and Braden Reynolds means to your team, two of the top players in this summer basketball league, and they proved why.
Yeah, man. That was spectacular, bro. I love basketball, man. We can't not have sports.
Right.
Hats off to Coach Naz and Dana, who's featured tonight on just having this league, man. I think it was a great thing for the kids, and like I said, it hasn't disappointed in the first game, and hopefully have the same in the second game. Got a tip-off going.
Absolutely, as Campy's and Farmers tips off, and Farmers with a quick turnover. Omar Faulkner right down the middle for the first bucket of the night. South Allegheny's Omar Faulkner averaging a double-double this summer. You've seen a lot from him this summer.
Good player, man. I told some coaches keep an eye on Omar Faulkner, and South Allegheny's coach has to be excited about the group they have coming back. Quite a few players in the league this year done very well.
It's a miss by Demetrius Butler from Ringgold, rebounded by Palumbo. He brings it up to Devin Whitlock. Bell Vernon stand on a nice dish to Palumbo for three. Doesn't fall, but Robinson with a nice rebound. He draws a foul.
Very nice game, Robinson. I like his game also. Smooth lefty, a lot of energy. Presents a mismatch.
Robinson to the line here for two. Misses the first, and this Farmers team has not lost this summer. Their two losses via forfeit. So they are still unbeaten, but if they get to the title game, you got something to say about that, right?
Definitely, man. It's hard to beat any team 3 times, as you can see.
Right.
In our game, I always tell people that. Farmers Insurance did a good job all season, I think, of competing. They have a good group that just really competes. In the summertime, that can be the difference.
Yeah. Campy looks here to respond and get their first points on the board. Brandon Patterson, the jumper doesn't fall, and now Farmers the other way quickly. Whitlock up to Palumbo. Palumbo back to Tayshawn Levy. Levy for three doesn't fall, and nice rebound there by Charleroi Will Wagner, and he'll bring it across midcourt. Wagner looks to the corner, gets it to Butler. Butler, nice dish inside to Patterson, and it's a 3-2 Farmers lead with 14:22 on the clock. Tim, you refer to this as the MVISBL bubble.
Gotta love the bubble, man. It's like I spoke to you a little bit. This is the closest thing to normalcy I've had in my life.
Absolutely, yes.
The last couple of weeks, again, just hats off to what we were able to do without incident.
Right.
So, Governor Wolf, without incident.
It's nice to have fans back too.
It brings element, you got last game, that element, when we were making a run to have the fans there, that's a great element. We will push the ball, get Sue, assist by Levi.
Palumbo hits a bucket inside to make it 5-2 and a block, but Campy is able to rebound and get that one, and corner three by Butler doesn't fall, and it goes off the, looks like it went off the hands of Levy, but they're gonna say it went off of Campy's hand, and it's gonna go the other way.
Yeah, a lot of times, man, you get these kids, they gotta get into the flow of the game.
Right.
They're rushing to the game, just jumping out the car. So it takes about 2 or 3 minutes.
You think even though this is a summer basketball league, is what Whitlock hits a jumper to make it 7-2. You think the jitters are still there? Yeah, I mean it's a playoff game still.
Man, we're playing for something. Kind of all season it's kind of been just play. Devin Whitlock with the steal, strong take.
No stopping Whitlock and snags Victoria at the timeout.
The dog. Yeah, Whitlock's a dog. This is a total competitor.
Yeah.
Different nature, X factor, all of those things. Look at Coach Naz make some adjustments here. They look like they're running a double at them on the top pick and roll. That's the biggest thing, but I think really as far as the quality of basketball all season is really going to help a lot of players going back into, with their school teams, and I think they'll really benefit from playing. I think the coaching was up this year. I think the level of play was up, and then overall, we were able to put out a better product. So,
right, absolutely.
Hats off to everybody involved.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the goal. Obviously, this is a competitive summer league, and all the kids here, all the coaches want to win. But like you said in the past, I mean, this is all about the kids getting better, and for when they go to their high school teams to be better players than they were a year ago.
Yeah, you have people all around that are tuned in. Like, hey, what's that you guys are a part of up there? And you wish we could have more teams, have more kids being a part of it. But I don't know too many leagues where kids right now in the Whippy are able to play twice a week.
Right.
Like I said, with good coaching in between the whistle. Whitlock again in transition, man. He's just.
It's so hard to keep up with him. He's so quick. He makes things happen. He makes the guys around him better.
Yeah, it's for kids like him, it would just be devastating not to be able to see him out on the field and out on the court. This year, just what he can do, so dynamic in both sports. So. Just good take there, a little short.
Traveris Rowe with a rebound. Now Campy goes the other way, trailing 9-2. Now there's Demetrius Butler. He kicks it out to Rowe. Rowe for three. That won't fall. And Brandon Patterson with a nice rebound, and he gets the ball stripped, and it's going to go to stay in Campy's possession.
Yeah, we got Rowe's a good player, man. I like him, good young player for Coach Kovac coming back next year from McKeesport. They'll have some players. That'll be a tough section again.
I know he had some injuries last year for the Tigers, but he's had a good summer and had a really good freshman year for Coach Kovac. Now Farmer's going to take it in transition. Whitlock a nice dish to Robinson. Robinson finishes it off, and it's 11-2 Farmer's Insurance with just over 12 minutes to go. And Farmer's working really, really quickly on offense here.
Yeah, I would like to see them get to the cup a little more, I know Faulkner's there. To see him get a little more inside. Keep moving.
Very rarely you see a high school kid who can pretty much just drop the ball in the hoop, practically.
For three.
As Butler hits a three to make it 11-5.
Faulkner will do some, off the charts things as far as athletically. That's why you gotta like him, his versatility. Levi, pretty good player out of Washington. I think that. I'm not sure. Does Washington have a coach?
I'm not sure if there's a coach in Wash High right now.
Just inquiring.
I know they have a few guys in this league, like you mentioned, Tayshawn Levy and Brandon Patterson on Campy's. As Whitlock lays one in easily for a 13-5 Farmers lead.
Free agent, always keeping my eyes open. Where's the vacancies?
Your resume speaks for itself. I think you've coached in those big games, and we look forward to seeing you on a sideline, at the high school level or wherever the case may be. We know it's going to happen.
Definitely, man. I appreciate that.
Whitlock three goes off the front of the cage.
Good young player, freshman. Should be a good player for Eastside Academy coming in this year.
A lot of young guys really in this league.
Tons of young talent.
Just so much young talent that, it's scary to think that these guys are only going to get better from here.
This,
As a
poked in the eye, bro.
a travel, we'll call it on Traveris Rowe. It's going to go to Farmers. But you have a young guy in Quentin Martin who, he's only going to get better from here. A young talent that you got on your B graphics squad.
Let me make a statement now. Quentin Martin is the best 13-year-old that I've seen in a long time. Coaching, maybe coaching. I had a chance, I coached on the gauntlet.
Teslovich hits a three.
So I get to see some high-level players. Quentin Martin's as good as they come as far as the 13-year-old. played at Monessen as a freshman with his father. Was a heck of an athlete.
Move, hey, you got 2 more there.
He is special. Now will be another kid that you would like to see get out on the field with Whitlock this
Good
year.
football player. Whitlock, nice take, but doesn't fall.
His body size, speed, IQ right now, maturity. I think he's worthy of Division I offers. That's just me evaluating kids. Good rebound there.
Patterson not even going to finish that. And Teslovich a nice offensive rebound. He gets it out to Will Wagner. Wagner from the corner.
Gotta love his energy as a freshman.
They want him to pull it out, and they finally do. Teslovich looked to maybe shoot a 3, but gets it inside.
Pace.
Patterson now.
Pump.
And he's blocked by Faulkner.
Listen.
We saw that so many times during the high school season where Faulkner maybe averaged 3, 4, 5 blocks a game, somewhere around that range.
If I'm not on the sideline, but I will definitely be tuning in on the Faulkner show.
Absolutely.
Meets Butler for 2.
Now 13-10.
Like I said, they kind of got their feet under him a little bit. The game slowed down for him. Devin Whitlock pick and roll. Faulkner back, good pace.
And this Campy's team is Palumbo shoots a 3, doesn't fall, and Wagner gets a rebound. And this Campy's team has played Farmers close all season.
Definitely.
3 points in the first game, 8 points in the second game.
Good job, good cut.
Doesn't fall, and Faulkner gets a defensive
See him
rebound.
use the glass there.
Come through it, Tate.
Palumbo now with possession, being guarded by Nico Pugliano from East Allegheny. Nice screen there by Faulkner. Palumbo looking for an open man. He gets it to Tayshawn Levy for 3, doesn't fall, and goes off the hand of.
Faulkner gets caught with a pushing him back there.
Again, it's 13-10 Farmers Insurance with 8:14 to go. So we have a few subs here, and this Campy's team, I believe they ended the season with a 4-6 record, if I'm not mistaken. And out of those 6 losses, 4 came by less than 4 points.
Yeah, they played us tough. Once again, good job. Meets Butler out for 3. Good rebound. Strong.
Wagner looks for an open man.
That's good bigs. Take care of the ball in this situation. Moves it out.
Getting guarded by Whitlock. Whitlock, a very good defender, too. Butler for 2. Goes in and out, and Faulkner gets the rebound. Gets it right in the hands of Whitlock. That's the guy you want to make the plays. It's a nice spin move past Teslovich. He gets it back to Robinson. Robinson for 2. Jumper doesn't fall. Whitlock an offensive board. He can't connect, and Whitlock another rebound.
It's everywhere, man.
And a foul call.
It's everywhere, man. Does the kid get tired? It's everywhere, man.
And he does it while I think every game this season he has played pretty much every minute for Farmers. I don't know if he's really sat on the bench.
Good positioning for Faulkner. Way to be strong. Easy bucket. Scary for people. It actually looks like he's been eating his Wheaties in the weight room. I think it'd be scary for defenders in that section this year.
Absolutely. That South Allegheny team doesn't lose anyone from last year's squad. They still got Faulkner. They still got Bryce Epps, who was a huge player in this league.
So smooth.
Antonio Epps.
Yeah, and he's a house. There's going to be some talent, some local teams. Coach Salvino is really going to have a ton of talent there for Bell Vernon in years to come. With North Allegheny will North Catholic will lose some guys. I like, eventually, hopefully they can play. I like South Allegheny. Yeah, they double A your top team.
They played North Catholic pretty tough in the playoffs last year as Butler gets called with a foul.
North Catholic, we lost to them at North Catholic.
Really, South Allegheny, a big surprise last year, too. I mean, they were coming off a really tough season a few years ago, but I think Bryce Epps definitely made a huge impact as a freshman. I know he was our breakthrough player of the year for what he was able to do as Whitlock attempts a 3.
Yeah, very smooth. I give him an NBA comparison. Like a Mike Connolly, left-handed, very smooth. Plays with good pace. I enjoyed watching him this year.
Definitely was an MVP candidate in the summer league, along with, of course, your 2 guys, Rodney Gallagher and Brandon Reynolds.
Yeah. Go hard. Yeah, if I was to give overall MVP.
Teslovich hits a jumper.
Yeah, Rod easily probably gets the regular season MVP. Just I thought he put on the clinic.
He was just
scoring
so
inside out.
consistent, averaged over 25 points per game. I mean,
Yeah, in the game we did lose the Farmers. They had 41.
Jumping in the fall.
It was a tough loss, but 41 points.
Kind of a quiet 41 points for Rod in that game, I feel like,
It
too.
looks easy.
He just makes it look so easy.
so easy for him.
Sometimes he's scoring, 20. If he goes 22 points, you're like, oh, that's a typical day for Rod.
Well, I mean, even today, you would like for some of those
Past the
calls,
Hunter
just
Assad.
and that's kind of how it's going to be.
Right.
Once you develop a name of some sort like he has, everybody's not going to be rooting for you every time you go up to it. So.
Right. Farmers holds a 15-12 lead here with 5:22 to go. Campy's with possession. Brandon Patterson looks to inbound here. Again, I'm assistant sports editor, Mon Valley Independent assistant sports editor Jose Negron, joined by B Graphics head coach Tim Tyree. We're in the second game of the night, a second semifinal between Farmers Insurance, the number 1 seed, and number 4 Campy's Pizza. Campy's a big win over Howard Hanna in the regular season finale to seal their trip to the playoffs. And the winner of this game faces Tim's B Graphics team on Thursday for the title. A nice pass inside of Charlie Melib,
And again, I
called on
encourage
Hunter
you
Assad.
guys, man, if you missed it, man, catch that game on playback. Just really an epic second half.
by far. I mean, I think you guys and Howard Hanna have had the games of the year. Both your regular season games went to overtime, and then this one was
I
just.
think people enjoy, they enjoy me being intense and having to go into football and coaching mode. Because we played a lot of close games. I think my team likes to see that. So, it's good for the league, like I said, because in those situations, playing that type of basketball puts them in situational basketball.
Right.
Kids are getting better in their situational basketball.
Right. In the summer league, I feel like it's beneficial for the players, but it's also beneficial for the coaches as well, right?
One thing about it, man,
I was telling him, but I was going to let you know.
I've accomplished, a little bit here in the basketball, but I'm always getting better as a coach. You're coaching so hard. It's practice for me too, man.
Right.
Every time I step on the court.
Foul
Different
call
style
here.
of players, different style.
Walk him down,
so
Right.
you can always get better, man.
So Omar Faulkner will head to the line here. Farmers holding on to a 15-13 lead with 4:44 left here in the first half.
I like to think coaches are going to start getting in on Omar Faulkner, man. He's going to be a senior next year, 2021. Hard worker.
He's got
kid.
the skill, and you can't teach the height. He's got the height to go with it.
Versatility things, really. I've been told by basketball gurus that basketball's positionless anymore. So nobody has a position. Whatever position you play, or whatever position you can guard, is what position you can play.
Faulkner misses both free throws there. Still a 2-point game.
Yes!
The ball almost came right
In the
to
game.
us.
D. Whitlock on the lob.
Good D, Red. Come on, Devin, work something here. Come on, let's get us going. Let's get us going.
That's not mine. That's Jeremy's. Almost hit Jeremy's laptop, but
Oh, man.
it's all right.
You got to check that insurance, man.
Mr. Veris Rowe shoots a 3. That doesn't fall, and battle for the rebound. It scoots out and gets in the hands of Devin Whitlock. Right place at the right time. Gets it up to Hunter Assad, and he can't hit it.
Come on, get back.
And now Campy's the other way. Up
gotta
to
get
Brandon
easy.
Patterson, wide open. He tries to dunk, and he gets fouled by Faulkner. And Dana Zychek didn't
Omar
look up.
Faulkner. On Omar Faulkner. Yeah, they want to know how many on Faulkner. Man.
Shout out to your Facebook Live viewers. How many
Yeah,
Facebook
we're on
Live?
IG Live.
Oh, IG Live. All right.
Yeah, I'm not doing too well. I'm in and out. I'm sorry. There you go.
Jamie Reeder said he can't hear you.
Coach Reeder, I would never. I apologize, but I'm going to start talking to Mike a little better.
As Brandon Patterson's here at the free throw line.
Shout out to Coach Reeder, man. Good guy there.
Patterson hits it, and it's a tie game. 15-15, 4:09 to go.
It's getting tight. Good ball game.
Back and forth, really. No team is really
As we
gained
talked
some
about,
separation.
like I said, I think the teams
Pecan for 3. Corner 3 to make it 18-15 in favor of Farmers.
I think the teams have settled down a little bit getting into the end of the first half. Obviously, with it being tight.
And a travel call. It's going to go back to Farmers, and we're going to take a second here to mention one of our sponsors, Riverview Chevrolet. Jared Candelore. Need a new car or truck? See Jared Candelore at Riverview Chevrolet in McKeesport. He's located on Long Run Road in McKeesport. Right now, he has a huge inventory of new Chevy cars and trucks, as well as a nice selection of pre-owned vehicles on the lot, priced to go. Call Jared on his cell at 412-303-8388. Demetrius Butler attempts one and doesn't fall, and Omar Faulkner with another rebound. I'm not entirely sure, but I think Faulkner's averaging a double-double here in the Summer League.
Yeah, that's not hard to believe. I think all my radio and TV and calm professionals will be happy for me right now at this moment in time.
Broadcasting debut, but maybe more to come here.
I'm putting that degree to use.
Hey,
man.
it's
stepping out a little bit.
It was new to me and Jeremy this summer as well, but it was nice to be able to try it out.
You guys definitely did a great job. Always enjoyed following you guys, the Inside Show. Like I said, when you look at what we were able to do over the last couple weeks, month and a half, it is really a great job. So great job, my man Jeremy over there.
Working hard. Jeremy will have the game story for this one in tomorrow's Mon Valley Independent. I covered your game a little earlier. We talked before this one, and as Campy's regains possession. And now
always go down to the get-go, man. I'm in the city, man, hoping that they're just gonna, next to the Post-Gazette, they're just gonna have the MBI right there for me. I wish I could get one teleported down there to the south side for me. Good move, Whitlock, a little out of control.
A little hectic sequence here between both teams.
And a little sped up here. Like for one team to kind of slow it down, get a little under control, and then out the half.
Brandon Patterson, the corner three. He goes right into the hands of Tayshawn Levy, his Washington teammate. Gets it up to Palumbo. Palumbo lays it in.
Numbers.
20-15.
Good finish.
Just over 2 minutes to go here in this first half.
You want to finish out half strong, man. That's a tell of a good team, man.
Absolutely.
Fresh off injury, first game back.
Now Levy to the hoop, doesn't fall, and Eli Teslovich will have the ball scoot out to him. He goes to the bucket. That's a foul on Faulkner?
Yeah.
No, foul called on Nick Pecan from Ringgold. And Eli Teslovich will head to the line, a chance to cut this lead to 3 potentially with 1 minute and 50 seconds to go here in this opening half. He makes the first.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna have I'm gonna have nightmares over foul shooting tonight. We left so many points out there.
Yeah, it seemed like both teams kind of struggled from the free throw line there in that first game. I know in the girls' games last night there was a little bit of struggles shooting on this hoop in particular. So I don't know if it's this one, maybe just has a bad rep.
Good move up and under Levi.
Levy gets a tip.
Yeah, he plays hard, man. Good. Like I said, I think Washington will have some talent coming back.
Yep.
Sometimes get coaching in different classifications. You don't get a chance to really check out, some of the teams like you like to. But
right.
Washington always has some players. One of my favorite gyms to play in, by the way. I think they restored it, actually.
Mm-hmm. Well, Wagner hits a corner three, make it 22-19.
Big shot there by Wagner.
I've never covered a game at Wash High's gym, but I've always heard good things about it. It's pretty
it's
pretty cool
place to play.
I think place to play.
Yeah, I think it's one of the better places in the Whitfield to play.
Levy with a putback.
I used to love playing there as a player. Some battles.
Good times at Monessen.
Always.
Monessen grad.
Fortunate enough to be the 2008 Washington Observer Player of the Year with the Archives.
Final minute here of this first half. Traveris Rowe, a jumper, doesn't fall. Patterson, a nice offensive rebound. He'll follow. That doesn't.
Block gets it, pushes, pass. Good. Whoa.
Oh. Colombo can't finish it, but Levy's there for the rebound. He'll put it back. It's 26-19. Farmers in the final 30 seconds here.
He might have set a bubble record against us the last time he played us. I think he hit every
Levy?
Yeah. Like to see them get a good shot there. Finish out. Whoa, pull.
Nice pull up by Palumbo. Doesn't fall. Devin Whitlock already just got a stat from Jeremy Salou. 10 rebounds for Devin Whitlock already in this game.
He's been in the weight room, man. He looks good. Ooh,
Patterson hits a jumper at the buzzer.
Oh, it's only a 2, but it's a big bucket, man. It's a big bucket.
26-21. Farmers will take that lead into the second half.
It's all about the adjustments going into the second half.
5-point game, and we'll take a 5-minute halftime here, and we'll take a second to thank the remainder of our sponsors here, and then we'll talk a little bit about the first half. But thank you to J&D Waterproofing and Home Improvements, basement foundation and interior waterproofing, serving Western PA for over 81 years. Also provide home improvements such as windows, gutters, roofing, and siding. Free estimates, call 1-800-VERY-DRY. To Z-Bart's McKeesport. When was the last time you saw your bottom? The bottom of your car or truck, that is. Z-Bart McKeesport provides rust protection and offers free underside inspections. Locally owned by Autumn and Dan Dockby, a pair of McKeesport High School graduates, Z-Bart's and McKeesport is located at 415 Eden Park Boulevard. Call 412-751-5644. Thank you to Foster House 2, open for dine-in and takeout. They feature our famous King sandwiches. The kitchen's open every day until 11:30 p.m. Stop in and watch your favorite sporting event on one of our big screen TVs. Now serving frozen cocktails, pizza, and pizza burgers all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. To McKeesport Auto Body, serving the Mon Valley for over 40 years, providing all types of auto repair and service. Our customers come first. Call 412-672-0696, located on Rebecca Street in McKeesport. To Highway Appliance, furniture and mattress of Dunleavy, the right brands, price, and advice since 1946. Check them out on the web at www.highwayappliance.com. And then the Community Federal Credit Union. They'd like to serve you at their 2 locations, 815 Schoonmaker Avenue in Menneson, and inside the Walmart at 100 Sarah Way in Belleville. Got all those out of the way?
Yeah, thanks to all the sponsors making this happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't do it without you guys.
Yeah,
I'm going to take a really quick restroom break.
Absolutely. We'll have Tim Tyree here for the second half of play as we continue 26-21 lead for Farmers Insurance. 3 minutes left here in our halftime break, and we'll take a look at some leading scorers here for Farmers Insurance. It looks like some balanced scoring. Tayshawn Levy and Devin Whitlock each with 6 points. 4 points for Laurel Highlands' Caleb Palumbo. 3 for Rob Robinson of McKeesport, 4 for Omar Falk from South Allegheny, and a 3 from Nick Pecan from Ringgold. 5 points for Ringgold's Demetrius Butler from Campy's Pizza. Eli Teslovich with 6. 3 for Will Wagner, 6 for Brandon Patterson, and 1 for Charlie Milan.
You better crash your boards. Whitlock's your leading rebound.
And again, I'll ask Jeremy Salou what he thought of the first half. Jeremy, what do you think of that first half?
I think Farmers took their foot off the gas and let Campy's right back into it. Got to go for the throat now. You're up 5. You gotta put the pedal to the metal here.
Absolutely, and this, of course, a huge game. Semi-final game, a chance to play for a championship on the line. Devin Whitlock did not score over the last 12 minutes of that first half, so they want to see him get going. He did have a big impact on the boards with 10 rebounds, but a lot on the line here as Farmers Insurance and Campy's Pizza looks for a opportunity to play for a championship against B Graphics on Thursday, and
Tune in.
minute and a half to go here, and thank you to the 22 people that have tuned in. Our chat is open, so if you have anything you want to say, if you have any feedback for myself and my colleague Tim Tyree, please leave us a message in the chat.
Thanks to all the viewers tuning in.
Yeah, 21 people tuning in right now.
Did they do their ads?
I'm sure a lot of people tuning into your Instagram Live as well, so
Yeah, the Instagram Live's getting some good feedback, man. I'm glad I could get me and my guy Jose documented a little bit, and the people can see the inside, how we do things here in the bubble.
inside the bubble.
I'm not sure. You could be either you're like ESPN, TNT, what bubble are you watching? You watching the MVI bubble, the NBA bubble. It's been good back and forth action in this first half, and like I said, our game. If you missed it, tune in. That was spectacular to say the least.
We've seen a lot of action in this bubble, of course. We've seen a lot of action in the NBA bubble. I mean, Braden Reynolds looking like Devin Booker or Kyle Kuzma being able to come up clutch there at the end.
Shouts out to Suns,
Phoenix
man.
Suns.
Yeah, Devin Booker, good guy. Cam
Johnson, a local guy.
Yeah, man, I got a chance to work with Cam for a little bit before he left. Cam is not only is he a really good player, he's a good person, man.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful person. So I was thankful at that time. Shouts out to CK4 basketball. Cam Johnson spent some extensive time with him and his brother Puff prior to him leaving and going to the bubble. Learned a lot. Got to work with him extensively. So shouts out to Cam. Really a great guy. Wish him nothing but the best.
Yeah, I actually saw today that the Phoenix Suns were surprised they had their families introduce the starting lineups at the beginning of their game, and Cam had his family, introduce them. It was actually a pretty cool thing. That
his father Gil comes from a great family. Obviously, his brother Puff's down at North Carolina now. Just a great group of a good family. Easy to root for him. So just really happy that he was able to have so much success there. Really capping off a great rookie year for him, and I think as he continues to grow in that group in Phoenix, people were saying Devin Booker should leave. I just think they continue to build the right pieces around him.
Yeah.
He's a star, and people can say what you want. If you say he should leave Phoenix, you must have never visited Scottsdale, because Phoenix is one of the most beautiful places in the country. Scottsdale, Tempe, all that. I love it out there. But so I think that they can be successful there. Obviously, it's the Western Conference, but they got some pieces, good young pieces. Devin Booker.
Always a grind in the conference, but they got a guy like Ricky Rubio too. They got some good pieces.
Ayton's a good young big. Who's the kid from Villanova that got traded on draft day. They got the West VU guy, WU guy. So I think they got a lot of good young talent. It's just in the NBA, it's just so tough to win.
Right.
A lot of young players. You have to have vets. You have to have role players. Try to tell the young kids that everybody can't be the star.
Right.
Like the insider, but
everybody
with him,
has to know their role.
Yeah. Talk to him, what's it like with Cam talking, Devin Booker. He's 23, $200 million. Like,
right.
He got a super max at 22 years old. Like, he's supposed to be in college. Like, like he's a college kid. I'm like,
right.
What's he like? He plays video games all day,
Acts like a typical kid.
He's typical.
He's just a millionaire.
Yeah, exactly. But like a player like him and like interesting stuff, he can make $1 billion playing basketball.
Right.
He has a supermax now. He'll probably be eligible for another supermax in 2 years, which only puts him at 25, 26. He gets another one after that, and then maybe a vet minimum.
Right.
With league revenue, he's in the 200, 100 million range, or billion.
It's exciting to be able to see those local kids, make it to the NBA too. Because you got like a guy like obviously Cam Johnson, you got TJ McConnell, guys that have made it that far.
Yeah.
But it is a very small list when it comes to guys from around this area.
It is. I think it's getting better. Obviously, events and leagues like this, help that. But Cam Johnson was playing double-A basketball. He went 11th in the draft. That says a lot.
Absolutely.
It says a lot. So kids, just continue to work. That can be you. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't.
Right. So we're ready to start here in the second half. Farmers Insurance inbounds it, leading by 5. Robinson guarded by his McKee Sports teammate Traverse Rowe, and a turnover here.
First 3 minutes of the half usually tell the tale of a game. First 3 minutes of that second half. Late. Yeah, he has to cut. Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what has to happen.
Wagner missed up there, and now it's going to end up Farmers' possession, and a 5-point game at halftime. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'll take a look at my notes here, but your guys' game was actually a 6-point game, so very similar.
Yeah.
As Rob Robinson hits a 3 to make it 29-21 with 15:30 on the clock. Again, championship berth up for grabs as Will Wagner attempts a 3, doesn't convert, and ends up in the hands of Rob Robinson. Will take it the other way, gets a nice pass down to Whitlock, and Whitlock was trying to get it in the hands of Caleb Palumbo in the corner, but a little miscommunication there, and ends up Campy's ball. Tim, what do you expect from these two teams, regardless of who wins here? You're going to have a pretty tough matchup there in that championship game.
Yeah, for the championship, it's a, you know, I know it's cliche. It's a just leave it out there mentality.
Yeah, Devin Whitlock hits a.
We're dealing with unprecedented times, so you know to really go out there and tell the kids, you don't know when you'll be playing back, under a whistle.
Right.
So to make the most of it, I've been preaching opportunity. The kids, every time we get out here is an opportunity to get better. Thursday will be an opportunity to get a championship.
Right. Brandon Patterson hits it inside. Got the deficit to 31-23, and we expect a pretty nice atmosphere here for the championship game, a nice atmosphere for these two semi games. So we expect people to trickle in here to the bubble and see what we have seen all summer.
If you get some time, come out Thursday. Depending on how this game, ends up, it could be a really good matchup. I would love to get vengeance on Farmers. Dev Whitlock, Rod Gallagher would be a great matchup for us in the championship. So we'll see how this outcome.
Two incredibly talented young players. Whitlock entering his junior year at Bell Vernon area. Rod Gallagher, a WPIAL champ going into his sophomore season at Laurel Highlands.
How about the Shields transferring over there?
Yeah, Laurel Highlands is going to be incredibly tough. You got DeShields, you got Rod, you got Caitlin Palumbo here on Farmers.
Oh my goodness!
As Patterson hits one to make it 31-27. A nice little run here for Campy's to cut into that deficit. I think teams that exited Laurel Highlands section, like McKeesport, are going to enjoy not having to play Laurel Highlands twice a year.
Dude, good luck with those coaches drawing up a defensive game plan for Laurel Highlands.
Wagner hits a three.
Big shot, man. Adjustments, man. Like I said, the first 3 minutes of the half always telltale. Like to see him get the ball in Whitlock's hand. Be their playmaker. Oh, they're pushing numbers, Butler.
Campy's an opportunity here. Teslovich in the corner. He's
Smart
out.
by the young player. Rowe. Oh, good swing. Good attack, Butler. Get rewarded.
Draws the foul and a chance here to potentially put Campy's up.
I'd like to see when Meach Butler gets to do his senior campaign at Ringgold.
Definitely going to be relied upon as the leader of that team. They lost a guy like Chris Peacon. They lost Luke Wyverett, two all-section players. I know Chris is.
Yeah, going up to 5, or were they in 5 last year? They're going up.
They're going up.
They're in that section.
It's going to be tough. Yeah, they're in that section of Laurel Highlands. So
ticket sales should be up.
Absolutely,
ticket sales should be up. But no, he's a good player. Looking forward to see what he does his senior year. Always a fan of the game first.
Absolutely,
always a fan of the game first. So.
Butler was able to make 1 of 2 from the free throw line there to tie it up at 31. A 10-0 run for Campy's right now. They were trailing 31-21.
That's just about taking care of the ball and being smart here around these positions. Playing smart.
They call a travel.
Carry, got him with a carry. Getting under the ball. Yeah, tough one. No, coach is not happy about that one.
We got a message, Justice Rollins. Single A basketball.
Shots out to single. I'm sorry, Justin corrected me there. Cam Johnson played single A basketball. He always does that there. He was playing against them. That's all. There's some good athletes there,
Yeah. Caleb Palumbo hits a corner 3 to make it 34-31.
Justice
with
Rollins, his brother Chavis. They had some really good teams. So thanks for that correction, Nana.
Hold out. Hands out, Luke. Slay big. Hands out. Got him.
Good hands.
Miscue there. As steal by Palumbo gets it to Tayshawn Levy.
I like what Laurel Highlands has. Palumbo, he has a ton of confidence. A lot of confident players they're going to have.
Huge summer for Caleb Palumbo. I believe he finished in the top 5 in scoring this summer.
That's a great
Patterson
cut.
with a nice.
That's a great cut. Good find by Rowe.
11:16 on the clock, and it's 34-33 Farmers. And now Whitlock attempts a 3, and that goes in and out, and Traverse Rowe with a rebound. He'll bring it across.
Gotta stay downhill here, Rowe.
Gets it to the corner to Will Wagner.
Fighting Butler out on Whitlock.
I'm going to say it's still Farmer's ball here.
Force it out. Lock it
There's still Campy's ball here.
Whitlock's
My
got
mistake.
the Kobe Bryant, the purple Kobe's on. Those are pretty tough. Shoe selection there. Can't fall asleep. Good baseline. Oh, got him on the block. Oh, travel.
Travel called on Wagner, and it's going to go back to Farmers with a 1-point lead. 10:53 to go. Another close game here in this one. We didn't expect either of these semifinal games to be lopsided ones, and
No,
we have not been disappointed here.
No, it's been too competitive all summer. Hats off. Oh my gosh. good
Nice
move.
play by Patterson, but can't finish it.
$50 move, $10 finish.
Now Caleb Palumbo the other way gets it to Whitlock. Whitlock drives in. He goes to the hoop. That doesn't fall, and it ends up in the hands of Will Wagner. He'll push it up to Eli
Teslovich.
Teslovich now inside, being guarded by Robinson. Teslovich can't make it.
Good decision. Got to finish strong. Got to finish strong. Yeah, that's just. I mean, that's the nature of the beast. As you continue to grow, Teslovich will be. He'll be a good player when he continues to work. I know he puts a lot of work in. So.
A lot of these kids have so much dedication to this game, and
Yeah, I think basketball's starting to catch up with other sports where, you do have to be, a little more specialized. You do have to have a trainer. You do have to work on it, the majority of the year.
Rob Robinson hits a bucket to make it a 3-point game with 10 minutes to go. Wagner, a 3 attempt. Nice rebound by Demetrius Butler.
Try to tell people, quit settling. Get to the bucket here.
They need a good basket here, and Teslovich goes to the hoop and gets it. And he draws a foul.
Gets a good pace, you get rewarded. It's a strong take, good left hand by the young fella. But no, what I was saying about basketball evolving, basketball's no longer an inner city playground sport as it once was. It's becoming more specialized. It's becoming more, not commercialized, well I say, but there's a need to the specialization. Kids are just too good, too young.
Yeah.
I go to some of these AAU tournaments and kids are, they're pro level.
Yeah.
Middle school. Good strong move there.
Tied at 36 after the
row over the top.
3-point play by Teslovich, and now Campy's going to go the other way. A chance to take the lead.
Got to take, stay middle, double coming, smart.
Nice play by Teslovich there.
One more pass out, they got numbers.
Goes off of Campy's clearance and go to Farmers.
Not getting rewarded there, a lot of contact.
Nice job by Teslovich there as a kid who's just going into his freshman year, guarded by two guys, composed.
Where are you going to be able to play against a guy that's, led his team to the WPIAL championship last year as a freshman?
Yep.
So it's going to be good work for him. Should have shot the first one.
Doesn't fall, and it ends up in the hands of Whitlock. Whitlock gets it up to Caleb Palumbo, easy bucket.
Shoot the first one, 3.
Here comes Campy's Butler.
He's got to cut to the basket.
Michael Mikulski, and he gets blocked by Robinson, and it goes the other
Stop
way.
ball.
Whitlock to Palumbo again, and converts. It's 40-36. Farmers with 8:42 to go.
Might want to swing a timeout. Possible. Got to play with some pace.
I know there are some bench options for both teams. A couple guys available. I know
Get to the
Patterson
basket.
gets fouled.
Yeah, but you get to the basket, you get rewarded. Good things happen. And again, I may have plugged the first semifinal game or game 4 different times, but we preached, in that second half, let's get to the basket, let's get fouled and make basket while the clock stopped. When you're down, you're trailing, especially in the second half games, you're gonna make baskets. Get to the basket, make shots while the clock stopped.
I know you guys, put some guys in foul trouble too with, going to the hoop and drawing fouls, and that was pretty big in your game as well.
Don't overcoach. Always don't overcoach. Make it easy. Find the mismatches, exploit the mismatches.
40-37 Farmers with 8:28 to go. The next stoppage will say a thank you to some of our other sponsors. Haven't had too many stoppages tonight, so it's been a little difficult to get those plugs in, but we got a good amount there in that first game as well. So we'll.
Good flow. Yeah, definitely good flow to the game.
Faulkner gets that one blocked, and now Teslovich brings it up. Traverse Rowe to the corner to Butler. Butler to Ethan Duncey. Duncey thought about a three, and he
Turnover, got to take care of the ball here.
ends up throwing it right to Tayshawn Levy. And now Whitlock gets fouled by Rowe, and Whitlock will go to the line for 2.
Good foul, make them earn it. Gotta be smart with the basketball in these situations. I think those are the biggest things you can learn as a high school player, as far as being, why did I get pulled in that situation?
Right.
Taking care of the ball, you always have a place to be out on the floor. If you can't take care of the ball, coach can't have you out there. You're
Right.
gonna be a liability.
Absolutely. That's actually the one word I thought about when you were saying that is a liability. You want to have anybody who's on the court that's going to be valuable to what you're trying to accomplish out there.
These young players, don't ever take it personal. I want to win.
Right.
So, if you're a liability out there, it's never personal.
Right. No.
We all want to win here. So
I think that's and anything you do, if you're trying to give instructive criticism, you're trying to make kids better.
Yeah.
You're trying to make them better. If you're not pushing them, that means you don't care.
definitely, we want to,
Butler gets
And
the
one.
bucket and the foul.
And one good call there. Finishing through the cone. That's a strong take right there. That's what you like to see out of a senior guard there, attacking.
A veteran guy that Naz Victoria has relied upon this summer. He's an experienced guy. He's won a few championships with this Campy's Pizza team in the summer league. As he misses the free throw, goes off the front of the iron. It's 42-39 Farmers, and Whitlock takes it to the hole, but he doesn't.
Stays with it. A little too hard.
Butler up to Patterson.
And no. There you go.
Faulkner stripped it away.
I mean,
That
kids,
Naz wanted the
I
foul.
know kids. I heard some complaints of fouls, but definitely in the summer you'd like to, you like to see them let guys play a little bit.
Right.
That's always key.
Campy's
Got numbers.
still with
Get a
possession.
layup.
Butler looking for an open man. He
Teslovich,
gets
one
it
more.
to Teslovich.
Oh, right
Teslovich
back.
to Butler. Butler a corner three. That doesn't
and
fall,
then
and
a
Hunter Assad
little
gets the
short.
rebound, gets it up to Whitlock. Farmers holding on to a 5-point lead with 6:55 to go. Whitlock going to take a three, and he sinks it. And that's a dagger to Campy's.
Yeah, that's a hurt piece. Looking a little tired coming off. Got to dig in here.
Yeah.
6:50.
47-39 lead for Farmers.
I'll be the first to tell you got to play till 0-0.
You always say it. You always say it.
0-0.
It's always remains true. And we'll take a second here to thank Riverview Chevrolet and Jared Candelore. You need a new car or truck? See Jared Candelore at Riverview Chevrolet in McKeesport. He's located on Long Run Road in McKeesport. Right now he has a huge inventory of new Chevy cars and trucks, as well as a nice selection of pre-owned vehicles on the lot, priced to go. Call Jared on his cell at 412-303-8388. To J&D Waterproofing and Home Improvements, basement, foundation, and interior waterproofing. They've been serving Western Pennsylvania for over 81 years. Also provide home improvements such as windows, gutters, roofing, and siding. For a free estimate, call 1-800-VERY-DRY. That is VERYDRY. As we get closer to the end of this one, we'll thank our remaining sponsors at some point. I'm sure we'll see some more timeouts as we get closer to the end here in this highly anticipated semifinal matchup. This Campy's Farmers rivalry has kind of been developing over the last couple years in the Summer League, and has been reignited here in the playoffs as Teslovich gets one knocked away and gets into the hands of Faulkner and gets it up to Pecan. Pecan to Levy. Levy being guarded by Traverse Rowe.
Trap there on the baseline. Got a good trap. Forces them into a turnover.
Campy's needs to use their defense to try to trim away at this deficit.
God,
Nice
that's
spin move by Teslovich, and he draws the foul.
I will say that when he has attacked strong, under control, good things have happened for him. He's rewarded at the line. So as a young guard, that's all you want to see. You're gonna make turnovers, but just playing through them and growing from them. So Teslovich is gonna be a good player.
He makes the first free throw to cut it to a 8-point lead. 47-39 with 6:22 to go, and Teslovich second one does not fall. 47-40 actually. Now 7-point game. Levy for three. That doesn't fall. And Wagner gets the rebound, but Some nice defensive pressure there by Hunter Assad and Devin Whitlock. They tried to force a turnover. Ball went out of bounds, but
Yeah, Devin Woodlock is, he's no nonsense. He's going to play 0-0
he is 100 miles per hour
all day.
For 32 minutes.
All day.
Whether it's, I mean, that's not even just in basketball.
Gets
He
a
gets a
steal.
steal there.
Strong take.
And a jump ball called. It's going to be
Got a jump
go
ball.
to Campy's.
Back to Campy.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Now flash.
I'm very excited to see if there is a fall season. Obviously, we hope there's a fall sports season.
man,
Excited to see Devin Whitlock and Quentin Martin get on the football field
Special
together.
there, man. I think, I would
Wagner
like
hits
to.
a jumper.
I don't know what TJ has. I know McKees would always be tough, but I would put them at the top of that class for sure.
The Keysport always tough with that triple option, and TJ's always tough no matter who they have. They're always reloading. I know they lost a lot of seniors from last year's Whippy Olin State Championship game, but
Yeah, that was the only game I got to see out of Devon last year was the Thomas Jefferson game. Obviously, that was early in the year, so they got a lot better after that.
absolutely, yeah, they rolled through pretty much everybody else.
But that's when I get back to Quentin Martin being 13 years old.
Yeah.
So, like, if they can get him out on the field, he looks like a junior. I think, that'll be very special for Bell Vernon.
One of those kids who can have an impact right away.
Coach Humber, great coach up there, man. Hats off to him and just what he's done with that program. Big fan of him.
Campy's now with possession. They're trailing 47-42 with 5:22 to go here.
They're going to have to take care of the ball and make good decisions, and that will not be one. That's another
There's
turnover.
another turnover for Campy's. Tayshawn Levy going straight to the hole. He can't convert, and that goes.
First one where we got back Campy's ball. Faulkner coming over the top. Yeah, you want to slow down and really utilize your possessions here.
Flash middle, Pat. Flash middle.
I think this is where, Campy's has to be happy at least where they're at. I mean, 5 points down to a team like Farmers. They're in a position where, they're going to compete. And Traveris Rowe tried to get it inside to Patterson and miscue there.
I mean, inside of 4 minutes. I mean, they're only down 5, but I mean, you have to take care of the ball.
Whitlock with another dagger, a 3
Big
to
hit
make it
by
an
Whitlock.
8-point game. He did that a little bit earlier. He does it again.
Butler on the drive. Rowe, Tesla big. Take care of the ball.
Nice defense there by
Whitlock,
Whitlock, and he
another
gets a
steal.
steal. Oh, he missed it. Pecan misses it.
Missed
And
it.
gives
Going up.
back
I
to
thought he tried to
Campy's.
dunk it or some sort. Good move by Rowe. Tesla shot. 3
And
good.
hits it in the
3
corner.
good. So once again,
5-point game.
5-point game. You really just have to dig in. The energy has to be on both ends. I hate to see a lot of energy on offense and then not on defense.
Right.
That's a pet peeve of mine.
I mean, if you hit a bucket on offense and then you give up 2 more points on the offense on the other end,
Match the
what's
energy.
the point?
Oh, Faulkner over the back.
Over the back call on Omar Faulkner. It's going to go the other way.
Couple
Campy's-
more squats, 2 more squats. I think he puts that over. He just kind of dunks that.
Absolutely.
He has the ability, definitely.
Just over 4 minutes to go here. 50-45 Farmers lead. Thank you to
Oh, turnover again.
another
again.
turnover on Campy's
Just-
and a foul.
It'll be a killer. It'll be a killer.
Brandon Patterson called on the foul there. Thank you to the 30 people tuning in here. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys checking this out as we are in the final week of girls and boys play here at the MVISBL.
McKeesport. What do you say? McKeesport
So
and
McKeesport
TJ.
and TJ will be co-champs in football. Laurel Highlands football will be tough.
Hey, Crump, I'm not here to go against you. I haven't seen enough. One thing I know about McKeesport football, they will have some players.
Always. McKeesport, TJ will always be tough teams.
Yeah.
Bell Vernon's always going to be tough.
I don't see them saying Bell Vernon in there, man. You gotta listen.
I don't know.
Quentin Martin, 13 years old, man. I'm gonna just keep.
You heard it here. I mean,
Listen.
we've seen it every
Special.
week.
Special.
You're hearing it here from his basketball coach.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a second to plug. Always gonna be coaching, but I'm gonna be doing a series of exclusive interview segments called The Lineup. We'll be dropping here in another month or so. First episode starring Rod Gallagher and Terrell Pryor. So some exclusive gems from that. Real happy how that turned out. So something to look forward to.
I did see Rod posted a tweet with him and Terrell, and I'm sure Rod got some good advice from a guy who's done it all.
I was 2008, so I got to go up against Terrell firsthand, and as far as having Power 5 offers in both sports, he's the last player to do so.
Right.
But just special talent, so I thought it'd be good to bring something like that together.
Devin Whitlock has scored the last 11 points for Farmers Insurance as they lead 51-45.
Shows no signs of slowing up either.
With 3:20 to go. No. Again, 100 miles per hour.
Still down 6.
No, Demetrius Butler mishandles the ball, gets right in the hands of Hunter Assad, and he's fouled. And
Jose, I think we could be jinxing them every time we mention taking care of the ball.
I think so.
I think
Maybe
they commit one. No, they're in the 1-on-1. Put yourself in a tough situation here.
Got a shout out to Demetrius Butler here in the chat as well. Dev talking a little trash here.
Yeah,
Always respectful though. He's always
good kid, man. Good
very,
kid.
very good kid.
Good move, good crossover.
Wagner hits a floater and
still 3 minutes.
47. 3 minutes to go. It's still a 4-point game.
You have to coach until 0-0, but Dev is not gonna let up.
No, he gets a nice pass to Faulkner, and Faulkner finishes it off. 53-47, Farmers with 2:48 to go.
The speed he plays with is unmatched. It's tough to simulate that.
It makes things so hard for defenses as Campy's another turnover. Hunter Assad now, he gets called for a travel.
So we'll be prepared. We'll be prepared for Thursday. I'm excited about the matchup.
I think that you talked about how much balance each team had. I mean, even the two teams that didn't make the playoffs, Elite Physical Therapy, led by Bryce Epps, a great squad that led by Veda Epps, that just missed out on the postseason berth, and even Union Cleaners, they were competitive in just about every game, even though they went winless.
Yeah, shouts out to Coach Veda. Did a good job with him. Bryce had a good group. Had some players there. Shea Champagne, the former Vincentian Royal, played for them. Rob Kane will be at Shady's. Rob's going to Kiski. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Kiski.
Yeah.
He'll be a good player. Once again, a lot of good talent in this league, so it's going to be a good thing for years to come.
Shay and Trey, I know you have Trey on your squad as Rob Robinson hits the first free throw.
Shouts out to Coach Gino over there at Bishop Canavan. They're going to have a great team single A next year. So they'll be over at Bishop Canavan now, and I know they'll do great things over there.
Robinson
Coach will have them ready.
I know they played in they're still in Menneson section, correct?
Yeah, they are in Menneson section.
I got to see them a few
I think
times
one
last
time
year.
they played them close. One time the film we had last year.
Teslovich shot doesn't fall, but Will Wagner, nice offensive board. He's being heavily guarded, and Faulkner gets a nice block. Timeout called by Campy's.
I mean, even at 150, there's still time.
Still a 7-point game. Anything can happen in the game of basketball, and 7 points lead can disappear rather quickly.
Got Elijah Mini presence over there. Some pros in the building.
Again, very excited to have fans back here in Marx's Court Time Sports Center. Of course, we're all following CDC guidelines. We're all, being safe here and providing this type of activity in a safe way. So
yeah, anything that will be done as far as regarding sports in the future, people just have to realize we're gonna have to make sacrifices. So I want football in the fall at all levels, high school all the way up. But we have to be smart about this.
Right. Before we get started here, I want to give a shout out to Z-Barts at McKeesport. They provide rust protection and offer free underside inspections, locally owned by a pair of McKeesport High School graduates in Autumn and Dan Doherty, located at 415 Eden Park Boulevard in McKeesport. Call 412-751-5644. Campy's Pizza looks to trim away at this deficit. Every possession going to count here.
Yeah, got to get stuff to the basket,
Teslovich for 3, and that's not going to do it. It's rebounded by Robinson.
Good hustle, though. Got
Nice-
him late.
nice
Off his
defense
leg.
there by Rowe
Off
and
his leg.
Wagner, and Campy's going to force the turnover, and they'll get possession right back.
Gotta compete. You want to get something going to the basket though, so you can score again without the clock stop.
I think these guys know that it's
Good pull. 3.
Wagner for 3, doesn't fall. Faulkner
strong.
rebound, gets it up to Palumbo. Palumbo will get it to Whitlock, and Whitlock will finish it.
Play.
56-47. Farmers Insurance with just over a minute to go. Whitlock hit that bucket. Now he's on defense.
Oh, put
Traveris
back.
Rowe with a nice
Put
put
back
back.
dunk. Dunny with the put back dunk.
56-49. A big bucket there by Rowe. Now in the final minute.
Yeah, I got a foul here. I'll extend the game. Forced
Teslovich for a
jab,
foul.
To make shots. Rowe will be a good player for Coach Kovac next year. And into the future, he's got good size, versatile.
Coach Kovac does have some talent still there. Of course, 2 in this game, and Traveris Rowe and Rob Robinson from Farmers Insurance. I know he has to replace Diamante Biggs, who was I think he averaged over 20 points per game last year for the Tigers, and was also a very good football player. I believe he's playing football at Youngstown State. So.
Oh yes, he was a mismatch nightmare. Got to see him at Cal U team camp last year, and just really was in love with his versatility. He's a good football player. I know he's seen some of his tape.
One of those kids, I think, who could really play at the next level in either sport. Farmers holds on to a 57-49 lead, 41 seconds to go.
Yeah, again, if you have some time, we're at 7:30, correct? 7:30 Thursday.
7 to 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock prime time. If you have some.
All-Star ceremony, I think at like 7:15.
7:15, I believe, is all-star
Yeah,
ceremony.
if you got some time, get down here Thursday. I know I have my Bees graphics group ready. Like I said, Rodney Gallagher, Devin Whitlock. You got Braden Reynolds, Omar Faulkner. There's some talent, and I don't think they'll disappoint in that Thursday game. So they got our number this year, so we'll be prepared, and maybe I'll get on some of the old lives and do some scouting.
Yeah, we got some tape for you to look over. What do you have to do to beat this Farmers team if they are able to hold on this last 30 seconds?
We have the guard, just like we did today. We let really shoot lights out last game. Devin, somebody you really need to pick up 3/4 court. And you're going to have to box Omar Faulkner out all game, for 4 quarters. So stops and taking care of the basketball. Every game I go into, those are things that are always going to be at the top of the list. But I don't worry about too much on offensively.
Right. No, I think it's going to be a great matchup here between these two teams. The top 2 seed teams looks like are going to be going to the championship game on Thursday, 8 o'clock here at Marx's Court Time Sports Center. And I want to give a shout out before we go back to play here. Foster House 2 in Bell Vernon, open for dining and takeout, featuring their famous King sandwiches. The kitchen's open until 11:30 p.m. every night. Stop in and watch your favorite sporting events on one of their big screen TVs. They're now serving frozen cocktails, and they have pizza and pizza burgers all day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Were they in yellow? We're in yellow phase in Westmoreland County?
In Westmoreland County, I believe so. I think things are still, restaurants are still able to operate in Westmoreland County and things like that. But as long as they're following the guidelines and making sure everybody's doing it safely. I actually was able to get a Foster House 2 with my family a few weeks ago. We were at a corner table far away from everybody else. There's only like 3 other tables taken in the whole establishment, so it was
that just made me hungry. That sandwich.
I was reading that, and I did get a little hungry. It's always a good spot to enjoy.
I'm in the heart of the city. I love the food options,
Yeah.
but sometimes getting up 51 is worth the drive on a Sunday. And I think those are things that just go hand in hand. Like that's American to me.
Right.
Football, Foster House sandwiches, those things go hand in hand. Sundays, Foster House sandwiches,
Absolutely.
and football.
Camp and Farmers Insurance now with possession. They'll hold it. Whitlock lays one in to make it a 10-point game, and it ends in a 59-49 win for Farmers Insurance. The top-seeded boys in red get the victory over Campy's and it'll be number 1 Farmers versus number 2 B Graphics. Timmy, it's going to be a good one on Thursday.
And yeah, I'm excited once again. If you get if you get a chance, stop down 8 o'clock. All-Star festivities start at 7. It was a pleasure being here with you tonight, Jose. Always fan of you guys. Like I said, the whole MVI, the league, and I'm just appreciative of being a part of this year. So thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me for this one. We appreciate it. You made your debut.
Yes, sir.
I think
Yes, sir.
everybody's going to be pretty excited about it. See what everybody thinks of our broadcast here in the final game.
Shout out to my guy Chad Corrado, man. Always been
He
my
makes
guy.
it happen.
Good.
This
Yes,
is the
sir.
guy making.
Yes,
He's
sir.
playing in the championship game tomorrow too. His
Yeah.
Monessen Florist girls team going to be playing.
Yeah, Coach Dana, Devin Whitlock, hats off to them.
Yeah, we're gonna.
What's it? He said, Dev told me to plug him on that 17 rebound. We get close to a triple-double. I don't know what your assists were like.
I don't know. We're gonna talk here to Dana Zychek and Devin
Thanks for
Whitlock.
having me. I'm going to cut out here.
All right,
again,
thanks,
Jose.
Timmy.
Yes.
Appreciate it, guys. Dev,
That's right.
you're heading to the championship, bud. What is it like to be able to play for a title here? You got a nice game against B Graphics on Thursday. What can you say about that?
You know, feels good. I mean, real confident coming in with our team. I mean, we got a good team, Tayshawn Levy, Omar. I mean, just like how our team is set up, and I think we got a good championship winning team.
Right, Dana. What was kind of the difference for you guys tonight? I mean, obviously, you're the top seed. Everybody's kind of coming after you, but to fend off a team like Campy's, I mean, how proud of you of this effort?
They gave us a struggle all year, all 3 games. And once again, what's the old cliche? It's hard to beat a team 3 times. And I think we come out a little bit flat. And then once again, the second half, we picked up our intensity a little bit more, created a few more turnovers, and let us get a little bit of a lead. Not too comfortable, but just enough to keep them from striking distance.
Right, Dev. How nice is it to have so much balance around you? I mean, you have a guy like Omar Faulkner, Rob Robinson, you got Tayshawn Levy. I mean, all these guys. There's so much balance here. What's it like to be a part of that?
It's just good. It feels like being in a high school game. We got good chemistry, and I think all of our players could make the game-winning shot if we needed to.
Right. In that second half, Dana, to be able to, you took a 6-point lead there in the halftime, and it seemed like Campy's continued to claw away there in the second half. But for you guys to, Dev hit 2 big threes to make a 5-point lead into an 8-point lead. You had those clutch moments there in that second half. I mean, what could you say about, this team being able to come up with those clutch buckets? And his 11 straight points in the second half.
Like I said before, we seem to struggle with them a little bit this year. The 3-point ain't the best shot for Devin. But he did hit them tonight. I mean, they
2
were
big
open
ones.
looks, they were good shots. And they were key shots because it gave us a little bit of lead on them there. And it did open some things up for Omar after that also. We tried to get a couple mismatches, pick and rolls and some things like that. But they were playing a pretty good help defense. But the second half, we started to find our chemistry, like Dev said. And I think that's where we come out with the win.
Right.
I'm voting Dana for assistant BV coach.
Assistant BV coach. You think you're going to get that, Coach? Dana.
Volunteering $200.
What do you guys have to say about B Graphics? You got them on Thursday in the championship game. I mean, you guys obviously own 2 wins over them in the regular season, but that's a tough group over there. I mean, what are you expecting from that matchup?
I expect the same thing we got from the first 2 times. I think they know we're the team to beat and coming after them. I think they're happy that they got there for Thursday. Tremendous game where they come back and got a big win. Hopefully they used it all then and we don't have nothing left for us, but I doubt that. They're going to come ready to play. Coach Tyree will excite his players and get them ready to play. I know Dev personally is looking for a big challenge. Goes back a little further with Coach Tyree, so I know he wants to get him. But it's a good matchup for us. I think we're, they got the 2 star-studded players in Reynolds and Gallagher, but I'll match my team with anybody.
Right. Dev, you going to have the boys ready?
Yes, sir. We're ready against anybody in the whips. In the whips, you hear me?
All right, guys. I appreciate it. Good luck on Thursday.
Thanks, Jose. Thanks, Jeremy.
All right, and thank you to everybody for joining us. That was Dana Zychek and Devin Whitlock from Farmers Insurance. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night, Wednesday, for our Girls Division Championship game between AMD Industries and Monessen Florist. That will tip off at 8 p.m. We'll have all-star festivities at 7:15. And on Thursday, the championship game in the boys division between top-seeded Farmers Insurance and number 2B Graphics. Again, 8 p.m. 7:15 for All-Star festivities. I'm Mon Valley Independent Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron. Thank you for tuning in.
That's what stepped up. We didn't double enough. We could double enough. Because these guys had the